大谷選手がナショナルズとの3連戦第1戦に1番 DH で出場し4打数3安打と猛打賞を記録しましたが、ドジャースは連敗となってしまいました。トランプ大統領への表敬訪問があった今日、何かイベントや記念事がある日は本当に強い大谷選手ですが、第1打席に内野安打、第2打席にホームラン、第3打席にフェンス直撃のスリーベース、第4打席は見逃し三振、第5打席はフォアボールで出塁、4度の出塁、4打数3安打2打点の大暴れでここ数日の不振を晴らす大爆発の一日となりました。試合後の現地放送を翻訳してお届けいたします。
Hello, welcome to Access Sportsnet Dodgers. I'm John Hartung alongside Jerry Hairston Jr., Adrian Gonzalez. The Dodgers have now lost 3 out of 4 games on this current road trip, and they continue this trend of falling behind in games. They've now trailed in 10 of their first 12 games of this season in a game where Dustin May, Jerry, he pitched really well for 6 innings, even though he didn't have the wipeout stuff in this game. Some shaky defense behind him led to 2 unearned runs, and of course that winds up being the margin of victory for the Nationals.
Yeah, obviously the last few games our defense hasn't been there. Obviously you got to be able to catch the ball. I don't care who you're playing. You got to play good defense and put yourself in position to win ball games. That said, Dustin May, I love the fact that he pitched. He wasn't trying to throw 99 miles an hour, 100 miles an hour. He knew he needed to pitch deep in the ball game, which he did. Got us 6 strong innings. Really deserved a better fate.
Yeah, he definitely did. He pitched a good game. I mean, he, like you said, John, he didn't have the wipeout stuff, only 1 strikeout. Did issue 3 walks earlier in the game, but then he found his command and he was just attacking. Unfortunately, you know, we got those 2 unearned runs there that really put us you know, in the deficit there. And after that, it was hard to come back from. McKenzie Gore threw the ball well.
Yeah, we saw the Dodgers yesterday in Philadelphia fall behind a large margin against the Phillies. They came back, actually took the lead, and Adrian tonight fell behind once again by 4 runs. We saw them beginning in the 8th inning. They start to chip away and had a chance in the 9th inning with both the tying runs on base.
They did. They did a good job of battling, staying with it. But that's what this experienced team does. They go out there, they make sure you have quality at bats, especially late in the game. You see Mookie Betts with a clutch RBI hit right there to get him a little bit closer. And, you know, Will Smith did a great job staying on that slide, on the splitter, actually, and hit it off the end of the bat for a nice single there. I mean, they did a great job in the 8th inning. They, you know, gave it a shot in the 9th, just came up a little short.
Mayor Max Muncy obviously starts this off. I love this bat path. Going the other way on a line. More of that, please. Max Muncy really squared up a couple balls tonight. He's really starting to find his groove with that bat here. Hunter Fiducia gets the job done. Yes, you want to keep the ball line moving, be aggressive to that side of the field. He does that, almost gets a base hit. Here, this is just a tough at-bat from Conforto. Fastball up in the zone. But once again, even with our mistakes, our errors, we gave ourselves a chance to come back in this ballgame. We just unable to get it done.
Yeah, Shohei Ohtani walks there, so that put the tying runs on base. And Mookie Betts trying to come through with an opportunity here, but grounds out to second to end the threat, and the Dodgers fall in the series opener in Washington, D.C. So 6-4 the final. Right now, let's head back to the booth in Washington, D.C. Check in one final time with Joe Davis and Eric Karros.
Well, the Dodgers' comeback attempt falls a little bit short tonight, 6-4. The Nationals get their 3rd consecutive win, and for the Dodgers, a 3rd loss in 4 games on this trip.
Yeah, but if on the positive, you have to look at what Dustin May did. You look at his last start against Atlanta. He started to incorporate the sweeper through 29 of them, which was a career high. Came back this evening, 31 of them. That translated to 6 innings, 1 earned run, 3 hits. It only had 1 strikeout, but so efficient.
Defense got to be sharper, not just from tonight, but from what we've seen for a lot of this year.
Been a little lax as of late. The Dodgers, as you mentioned during the telecast, have been able to mask it with the home runs and the great relief pitching and basically winning ball games. But it is something that they've got to shore up, and I expect them to do so starting tomorrow.
Get 3 hits from Ohtani today. The 6 really good innings from Dustin May. Not quite enough. They'll try to even the series tomorrow night.
All right, thanks, guys. The Dodgers, before today's game, had a chance to go to the White House, that final celebration of the 2024 season as World Series champions. But it's a new year and a new series in D.C. Let's get to the highlights. The first of this 3-game set with Shohei Ohtani leading it off against McKenzie Gore in that top of the 1st inning, and hits this one very hard.
This ball is scorched off the bat of Shohei Ohtani. Garcia's as good as it gets at second base defensively. Eats him up. Base hit, Shohei Ohtani.
So Shohei with a leadoff single, but quickly he would be erased because Mookie Betts grounds one to short, and the Nats turn it.
Yeah, that was a good breaking pitch, a good curveball from Mackenzie Gore. Got Mookie out in front a little bit, gets him to hit it into the ground and get double play.
Bottom of the first inning, Dustin May was struggling a little bit with his command early in this game. He had a couple of walks, and then Nathaniel Lowe lines one to Kike, and Dustin May is able to get out of it. Bottom two, after another walk to lead off the inning, Paul DeJong, ground ball, finds a hole.
DeJong, a pick up there for the Nationals. Obviously, he's a guy who's been around, knows how to swing the bat.
Two batters later, Dylan Cruz hits a tough one-hopper. Mookie Betts can't come up with it. And a run scores. It's 1-0 Nationals. Originally, that was ruled a single. It was changed to an error.
That's a tough one right there. Mookie thought it was going to come up a little bit more than he did. He kind of came up on it as well with his body, and that's a ball that could have been double play.
And then this ball right here to Miguel Rojas is booted. Then Mookie's throw is offline.
Yeah, once again, very uncharacteristic errors by the Dodgers. Miggy Rose, as good as it gets. Just a backhand just pops out of his glove. Mookie tried to pick him up, throw him out at the plate, unable to do that. But it's fixable stuff. Moving ahead, moving forward with the Dodgers defense.
2-0 Nationals, top of the third. Chris Taylor, just his second start of the year. And it's a two-out base runner.
That is so good to see right there. 2 outs. Find a way to get on base for Shohei. Get yourself a knock. CT3 on the board.
And the Dodgers on the board, Adrian, after this blast by Shohei.
Mackenzie Gore trying to go away there, ends up leaving it right down the middle, and Shohei was ready for it. Absolute rocket to right field.
2-run shot. We've got a new game.
Love the swing
Fourth
here.
of the year.
Again, 2-out lining. That's why you don't give away at bats throughout the course of a game. New ball game, 2-2.
Head to the bottom of the third. Luis Garcia Jr. hits one right back at Dustin May. That's a base hit.
Off the heel. Nothing hurt there.
Keibert Ruiz at the plate, and Garcia swipes second base.
This Nats team, I mean, they're young. They got some speed, energetic ball club. They could pose some problems for a lot of teams.
And then Lowe hits that one into right field to give the Nationals the lead, right back at 3-2.
Young teams have to manufacture runs by stealing bases and doing some little things, and they were able to accomplish that there.
Bottom of the fourth, this is when Dustin May was really starting to settle into this game. He gets a strikeout to begin the inning.
Good break right there on that slider. It's just a tight slider. Starts middle of the plate, down and into the lefty.
Dylan Cruz at the plate. Grounds one that Miguel Rojas has to hurry because Cruz can fly and bang, bang at first. Got him. Top of the fifth. 2 down, Shohei. So close to tying this game on an 0-2 pitch. It is going to be off the wall, and that's a triple.
Obviously, Shohei Ohtani has excellent speed, easy speed, chin in the pocket. Nice little stand-up triple.
So he's got the single, the homer, and now a triple. His first three.
Triple's the hardest one to get.
That's true.
And the Dodgers have a chance to even up this game after the attempt by Dylan Cruz. Unsuccessful. Do it, Shohei. And then with Shohei on third, Mookie Betts grounds one to third. Inning over. Dodgers still chasing one, going to the bottom of the fifth. Dustin May gets Garcia. He sky one to Teoscar.
See it just missed that ball right there, but it got in on him just enough.
So it's a loud out, 2 down for Ruiz. On the ground, Miggy Rowe able to get that one.
Great play by Miggy right there. Good to see him make that play there at second base.
Dustin May back out there for the 6th inning. Gets low. The chop one to Kike.
Outstanding pitch. That pitch is down. Tell you what does D-Train say? Live low, live long?
That's right. Dustin May retires the final 11 batters he faces. You can see that he was fired up after he gets Paul DeJong to pop up.
he knew he had to go at least 6 innings there. He's able to battle through it after a little bit of a shaky start, but he found his groove, and he was really, really good.
6 innings in the books for Dustin May, just 1 earned run allowed. Bottom of the 7th, though, Anthony Bonda comes in, runner on. And that's Wood leaving the yard.
Yeah, and that's a 1-2 pitch. They wanted it down and away. Probably chases it if it's off the plate, but he left it up. Really center cut. This young man has got all types of power.
6-7 of him gives the Nationals a 5-2 lead. And then Call with a shot to right center.
Another pitch that they wanted in a different spot that ended up more middle of the plate, and they were able to get a good swing on it.
Bonda's night is done. Here comes Matt Sauer making his Dodgers debut, facing Garcia with a base hit to center, but Tommy Edman comes up throwing, and he's getting the call on call at the plate.
3 runs down right there. You got to get that guy at the plate, so you forget the cutoff man. You got to make a play there. He does just that. Tommy Edman, you could put him at short, second, center, doesn't matter. Absolute seed to get called.
But Ruiz follows with a shot to right, and that's going to plate Garcia to make it 6-2.
Another pitch right there that was left out over the plate. And you keep making mistakes, even the young hitters will take advantage.
Top of the 8th, Shohei a double shy of the cycle, but this 3-2 pitch, he's called out on strikes. So it proved to be a huge out in this inning. Mookie Betts follows with a base hit, and that scores a run.
Good piece of hitting there by Mookie Betts, staying in the middle of the field right there. Drop it to center.
Michael Conforto had walked. He scores. And the Dodgers aren't done. Tommy Edman. That's a base hit.
He worked so hard this offseason on his left-handed swing. A little bit more upright. Great swing, great bat path.
Nats go to their closer, Kyle Finnegan, who pitched the previous 2 games. He's trying to get a 5-out save, and Will Smith dunks one in.
Yeah, it's asking a lot from the young closer there to go out there and get a 5-out save after being in there the previous 2 games. But the Nats knew they had to go out there and do their best to win this game.
So it's 6-4 going to the 9th, and Max Muncy starts it off with a shot to the gap in left center.
Another great sign. Max Muncy is starting to really square up the baseball now. We need him, his production there in that middle of the lineup. Great swing.
Hunter Fiducia, pinch hitting. Nice play by Garcia. Michael Conforto chases 97 upstairs, and then Shohei representing the tying run. 3-2 pitch, and that's ball 4.
Gave him a heavy dose of splits there, making sure he didn't give him something to hit or something out over the plate to tie the game, and went after Mookie.
Mookie Betts tries to shoot one through that hole on the right side, but grounds out to second. And that's the way this one ends. Dodgers fall 6-4. They drop to 9-3 on the season. Dustin May is the losing pitcher, goes 6 innings, gave up 3 runs. Only 1 of them was earned. Shohei goes 3 for 4 with his 4th home run, a triple, 2 RBIs, and a walk. Mookie Betts went 1 for 4 with an RBI. Here's what's ahead on the Dodgers calendar. Justin Robleski will be getting the start tomorrow in D.C. Wednesday's getaway day game is a 1 o'clock first pitch here on the West Coast. An off day Thursday before the Dodgers come home Friday to host the Chicago Cubs on Freddie Freeman's bobblehead night. Monday, the Rockies will be in town to begin a 3-game series. Sunday's game on ESPN, all others right here on Sportsnet LA. Down a runner at the plate.
Tommy did a great job running from deep center field to get this ball, able to come up like a middle infielder like he is as well, make a great transition, and the strong throw directly right at the catcher, right at Will Smith. All he had to do was catch it, put the tag on. That was just a great job from a versatile all-around player.
Nationals beat the Dodgers, though, 6-4 the final. Big night for Shohei Ohtani. Right now, he's standing by with Kirsten Watson and the media.
Shohei, when you're getting late in the game like that, are you thinking hitting for the cycle, or what's just going through your mind, especially those final 2 at-bats you had?
最後の2打席はサイクルヒット狙ったりとか、どういう心境で打席向かいましたか？
いや、本当に塁に出ることをまずどんな打席もそうですけど、4打席目はちょっと 最後は振りに行かなきゃいけない球だったかなと思いますけど、基本的にやることはあんまり変わらないかなと思うので、最後の打席もしっかりいい打席だったかなと思います。
My approach really doesn't change. It's to really try to get on base. That fourth at bat, I should have at least take a hack and see what happened. But overall, my approach doesn't really change.
There's a lot of things that are positive right now for this team, but there are a few things that Dave Roberts has talked about, just kind of looking to get back on track. What's the conversation just amongst the players as you all are kind of trying to right a few of the wrongs?
雰囲気はいいと思いますけども、ちょっとこういう連敗っていう中で何か修正しないといけないポイントありますか？
そうですね。でもチーム全体としてはなんていうんですかね、今日みたいに少し離されてもまた追い上げて粘り強く戦えてるかなと思いますし、逆に言えばホームの試合では投打が噛み合ってたのかなという印象がちょっとずつちょっとの違いで追い上げきれてないのかなというところはあるかなと思うので、雰囲気自体悪いということはないですし、本当に切り替えて勝っていくだけかなと思います。
I still feel pretty good about the team. Even though we're playing from behind, we're able to at least give a pretty good fight. At home, I do feel like we were able to flip the score and play even better baseball.
Shohei, can you just talk about the experience at the White House today, especially that moment between you and President Trump in the Oval Office?
ホワイトハウスの方も特に大統領との会話みたいなのはお願いします。
本当に光栄なことだなと思いますし、こうして僕は日本から来て、ここでプレーさせてもらってるわけなので、本当に一日一日この国に感謝してますし、その国のトップの方に会えたことがまず光栄かなと思ってます。
It's a tremendous honor to be visiting the White House, to be able to meet with the highest power, in this country, and I'm in this country because of the opportunity that I was given. So I'm very grateful that I'm here getting to play baseball every day.
Was there anything that you adjusted personally for not having a whole lot of success in Philadelphia to play?
フィラデルフィアから何か調整しようとしていること打席の中でありますか？
そうですね。ちょっと時差が治りきったところでまたこっちに来てという感じだったので、まず体調管理が一番かなとは思うので、今日も朝早かったですし、また明日に向けてしっかり睡眠をとってまた切り替えたいなと思ってます。
I think we were feeling the jet lag a little bit in Philadelphia, but now that we're fully adjusted, waking up a little bit early in the morning today, I think it's really important to get a good night's sleep.
6 strong innings for Dustin May tonight. Unfortunately, he didn't get a whole lot of help from the offense early or the defense. We're going to hear from Code Red as well as the skipper, Dave Roberts, coming up. Dodgers fall to the Nationals by the final of 6-4. Dustin May really strong 6 innings tonight. Let's hear from him with Kirsten and the media.
Dustin, when you look at this outing, just when did you find that you really kind of felt like you were settling in? Because it seemed kind of more after that, 4th inning.
Yeah, probably the 4th inning. 4th, 5th, and 6th, I felt pretty settled. I felt like I could throw a strike the first 3 innings. I don't think I could have been paid any more to throw a strike. So, yeah, settled in the 4th, 5th, and 6th, and felt like it was a strong outing.
What did you think was just missing, I guess, early in the game for you that wasn't allowing you to execute the pitches as you'd like to?
Kind of everything. Just wasn't really feeling synced up in my mechanics, and everything was just kind of feeling rushed and couldn't repeat a delivery.
Is that maybe why the velocity was down a little bit tonight?
No.
How do you get from when you're not feeling synced up early to kind of finding a rhythm later? Is it just kind of getting into the game? Is it a change you made at all during reps?
Just getting more throws. I mean, for me, the more I throw, the better I feel. So being able to get out and get through the rough innings was a good mentality boost, knowing that I can bounce back through it.
Is there a way to get yourself kind of feeling that way, earlier in starts, or is that something that you just have to figure out as the season goes on?
I mean, it was just today. I mean, just how the start of today went.
How different does a start day feel when it starts at the White House and everything you guys did this morning?
It was an early launch today. Normally would not be up that early, but I mean, I just didn't have it in the first 3, so that's all I could say.
I know you talked about how just after your last outing, that was more of the kind of the emotions, the return, and the anticipation of that. Have you felt just with this one, it was kind of just back to routine and kind of getting yourself to a good spot?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, once I got to the field today, I mean, everything was normal go, and then was normal feelings throughout the whole day. So yeah, nothing different, just like less weight on my shoulders.
All right, Jerry, we were wondering how he would follow up that terrific outing at Dodger Stadium, that first start in 685 days, and one earned over 6 innings. You would take that every single time.
He was outstanding. You know what? I thought he could have pitched deeper in the ball game, had everything working. Let's go to the K zone and break him down. Now, once again, he understood the assignment. He at least needed to go 6 innings because of what happened in Philadelphia the day before. Looking for, obviously, pitches to make here. A fastball at 95 gets in on low to be able to get out of that jam in that first inning. But how about that sweeper? He mentioned the 4th inning when he started to really feel it. The RPMs, yeah, you see it right there on your screen. Outstanding job. Great movement. Late movement on a slider. Here, a running fastball. Nice, easy ground ball for Max Muncy. Outstanding job with the sinker. Another sinker, little comebacker, easy play for Dustin May. But look at the movement here. The movement, he's staying away from the barrel, also gets help from Miggy Rowe there at second base. Once again, the sinker, that is his bread and butter. When you keep it low like that, yes, you want contact. You're going to get soft contact. And once again, that breaking ball down to the zone, allowing your infielders to play because we love those sinker balls. We want all these opportunities. And his final pitch of the game. The sweeper, soft contact, straight up in the air. Kike Hernandez able to make the play. What I love about this start, Dustin May can go back and look at the film and say, you know what? I don't need to live at 95 to 100 miles an hour. If I just sit there at 92, 94, occasionally go 95, 98 when I need to, I can pitch deep in the ballgame. That's called pitching. When we played years ago, guys would have 98 in their tank, but they wanted to make sure they could pitch 6, 7, 8 innings if need be by making sure they lived 92, 93, 94, use a sinker, breaking ball. He pitched like a 12-year vet tonight. I love this outing. This may have been my favorite outing from Dustin May.
Yeah, he pitched an incredible game today. You know, he was a little rusty to begin the first 2 innings, gave up 3 walks, and after that just settled in and did an incredible job. I think one of the things that stands out to me watching the video is, like you said, his sinkers were at 92, 94, 95, 96. That makes a different pitch to the hitter. Sometimes it might look like a changeup, but it's a fastball at 92, and sometimes it might look like it's just going to blow right by you because he steps it up to 96, 97. So that creates a really hard thing for the hitters to adjust to. And you know, the breaking pitches were really outstanding there as the game went on. So really, really great job by him.
Everybody loves the filthometer. We all do. The 99 with nasty movement, but this right here, if he pitches like this, he can pitch 180 to 220 innings, really for the next 10, 12 years. That's what I love about this outing, and then be strong in the second half. Great outing.
All right, cruised over the final 3 innings of this game. Unfortunately, the Dodgers fall in D.C. It was just his 2nd start in center field this season, but Tommy Edman picked up an outfield assist. We will hear from Dave Roberts after the Dodgers drop their 3rd game, the first 4 on this road trip. Remember, fans, each night if Dodgers pitchers strike out at least 7 batters, everyone will get a free Jumbo Jack the following day at Jack in the Box with the purchase of a large drink, only at LA area restaurants. Unfortunately, we're looking at the only strikeout of the game for the Dodgers. But you have another chance coming up tomorrow when Justin Robleski starts against the Nationals. Let's head back to D.C. right now and hear from Dave Roberts with Kirsten and the media.
Dave, I think if you look at a bright spot of this game, it's really Dustin May and just how he was able to settle in this one. What did you see from him that, one, allowed him to settle in, and how he was able to just kind of execute on the back end of his outing?
I thought Dustin, for me, the takeaway was how he kind of recalibrated, reset. As far as early on, it just didn't seem like he had the feel, the command. But to kind of right the ship, get back in the hitting zone, be efficient. And, you know, I felt the 4th, 5th, and 6th inning was really good. And kind of my message to Dustin is let's leave, you know, certainly early on in the season, let's leave wanting for more. And we got him through the 6th inning. His pitch count was certainly manageable, and he gave us a chance to win.
Some of just the kind of whether mishaps early in the game, what do you just kind of attribute to those, and how do you guys have to kind of work towards hoping to alleviate them?
Yeah, we're just, I can't kind of put a finger on it. Guys are going out there preparing to win, preparing to play well. It just seems like, each night there's some things fundamentally that we're just not playing clean baseball and, giving teams extra outs or, giving up outs on the bases or whatever it might be. But still, the fight, as we saw tonight, is still there. Tying run at first base, and it called for their closer to pitch 3 in a row, do an up-down, and so that speaks to how guys are still fighting. But yeah, we just got to keep playing, keep preparing, and we'll be fine.
How does that start?
You said even then that you weren't playing perfect baseball. Does it feel like now you're just not getting away with that anymore?
I think that's I understand that point. Yeah, I mean, if you lose a couple games and you don't play clean baseball, and you look back at a game and you say we could have done this or that, might have changed the outcome. But you look at, there's still some good things that happened tonight. I thought the at-bats were really good. I thought McKenzie was really good early on. I thought the Chris Taylor play was a really good play. I thought, the Edmund play at home was a heck of a play. So there's some things that we're doing. I thought Miggy made a really nice play going to his left. But yeah, I just think in totality, the standard is pretty high for our club. And I know they feel the same way.
With Mookie, was that just like the ball didn't really bounce up the way he thought it would, or?
Yeah, that was a tough air, I thought. Ball hit hard. I don't have the depth as far as, where it was in front of him, but yeah, he just didn't make the play, and they ruled it in air. But Mookie he's working hard, and he's gonna keep getting better, and we're gonna keep running him out there, and that's just kind of what I see.
Give us a chance to win. Our defense will be better.
Dodgers will be trying to bounce back in the middle game of the series. For Jerry, Adrian, and Kirsten, I'm John. Thanks for watching. We'll see you tomorrow. Pregame 2:30 right here on Sportsnet LA.
8回に2点を返し、9回も満水のツーベース、大谷選手のフォアボールでいける雰囲気が流れましたが、ベッツ選手が内野ゴロに倒れ、残念ながらゲームセット、ドジャースはフィリーズでの敗戦に続き連敗となってしまいました。しかし今日の大谷選手はすごかったですね。9回の3ボールからの甘い1球が捉えられていれば、逆転の可能性もあっただけに悔しい敗戦となりました。明日こそ分かって、山本由伸投手の登板に弾みをつけたいですね。それでは次回の動画でお会いしましょう。さようなら。